Hey, Perfect Spirit. I'm Sam Shelley, the Miracle Man. Now let's create a miracle in your life right here, right now. So I was just wondering this morning, what will I talk about today? I heard Wayne Dyer, feels like Wayne Dyer chiming in. Let's talk about the erroneous zone today. Now I'm like, nah, I don't really feel like talking about that. But what is that one message I can deliver today that will be there for the greatest good, if you will? So I wasn't getting really clear on that. So I like to pull cards once in a while to get that clarity of what the universe would like me to speak about today. So I pulled the loss card, the love card, and the life card. Okay, so it's real simple here. Despite the loss, you are meant to love life. And that is a tall order and very difficult to do. How can you love life when you just lost the ability to walk? You lost a job, you lost your career, you lost a loved one, a friend. Life has all these challenges. So the universe is reminding us, despite these losses that we have, we are meant to love life, this particular life that we have right here, right now. Because this experience and this moment of time is helping us grow and expand in ways we cannot understand. Also, when we're losing our parents or our loved one, we're losing their physical body, but their spirit hasn't died. And I am fortunate in a way, when I got rid of this head trash, other gifts came online. Once in a while, I'll hear my father chime in, Sammy, keep going. And my mom will say something similar to keep going, keep pushing forward. So, the loved ones are still here with us, trying to give us messages, to keep carrying on. That you're representing their legacy, if you will. That you're standing on their shoulders. And they are watching you. They're around, maybe not 24/7, but they are around, they're aware. But it's hard to understand that. But you're really here, you're alive. If you're alive, then there's something here for you to learn, to create a new reality by letting go of all this stuff that is holding you back. And this is why I really like Superhero Sunday, to remind you of the superhero within you. That is perfect spirit. That is the consciousness that is alive within you. And that consciousness is your biggest cheerleader to keep going, keep pushing forward. You can do this. We have your back. And this mind is constantly trying to shut us down. But when you're in the middle of this, like losing parents, a loved one, a friend, that grief energy is very strong and it's hard to let go. And you really can't snap out of it. It's a gradual process of allowing that energy to dissipate, to realize they're still here with me in a form I may not know or see. But once in a while I'm reminded of them with a photo I haven't seen in a long time, a radio on a song, maybe they're coming to you in a dream, or maybe if you're fortunate enough, they're speaking to you on occasion, like my father or my mother. But sometimes it's my great uncle that I really don't remember that much. They just keep coming with these messages. But usually we're not open to those messages because the mind is constantly speaking yap, 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 and you can't hear that quiet voice, that whisper that's always coming through. But we're really here to love life, to make the most of this experience, because tomorrow is not promised to anyone. Heck, not even the next hour is promised to anyone. I'm sure we all know someone, that passed away unexpectedly. Here one minute, gone the next. But it's very hard to deal with that. Or maybe you go into a job, and they lay you off that day, and you think your whole world's crashing down. Or you get that phone call, a girlfriend or boyfriend is breaking up with you. Or you get other bad news on the phone, through text, email, wherever. That bad news keeps on coming. But how do you keep pushing ahead? Just by realizing that I'm alive. Everything is still possible for me. My spiritual team, if you will, the past loved ones, are constantly rooting you on. They want the best for you. They want the things they never were able to accomplish, to achieve. They always want the best for you. And that's the secret too. You want the best for everyone. So when you see someone else's success, you want to cheer them on. You want to stay in that energy of uplifting, of being a cheerleader over life. It's easy to get into comparison. Oh, look at them. They're making so much money. They're a terrible person. They're mean, whatever. It's just a mental story you're projecting that you're putting onto them. Let them be who they are. That's their spiritual journey. You're here to live your life, not depending on others for their opinions, their beliefs, their stories, their ways of being on how they think you should be. You're here to be a free spirit. You are here to be the perfect spirit, because everyone is perfect spirit in different bodies, different forms. But we forget because we have this nonsense chiming away at us all the time that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, that you're not deserving. But keep going on. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the insight telling you to go do this, go do that, when it makes absolutely no sense to go do those things. But your loved ones are just keep encouraging you to take that next step. That you're representing them. What would they like you to accomplish? Maybe they had that big mission, big goal for you, and you say, nah, I can't do that, and you let it go. And it's a wasted dream, if you will, a wasted vision, because you decided to live someone else's life, someone else's story. Maybe you picked up on this, that my father did this, so I need to go do that. And maybe it's a position you don't like. Maybe it's doing work you don't like fixing cars, building houses, and you're not mechanically inclined. You rather do like computer programming or something along those lines, or social media. But then it's a struggle, and you're just wondering, well, maybe I should go back to these trades because I do have some skills. It's that mind is creating all this stuff, all these stories. And you're really here to live your passion. And you're not obliged to follow that path. There are no rules on how you have to be. You're here to do that one thing that lights you up. You know that thing that lights you up when time doesn't exist, where there's no work-life balance because your work is your life. You just love giving that to people, whether it be, counseling, art, words, poetry, whatever it may be. You're here to do that one thing. And your mind's going, but you can't make a living with that. It's nonsense. Go search the internet. You'll find someone making a living doing that. What the mind says impossible. And the mind will say, oh, you can never heal. Look up all the people that have healed of that condition. Google can be your friend. When the mind's creating all these doubts, go Google, go search the internet, and you will find someone that has healed that condition, that has created that miracle, because we all have the superhero inside of us. Whatever somebody has achieved, you can achieve. Yes, it may take a little practice, take a little time, but you have to keep taking that one step in front of another. And that's difficult, but they're just reminding you, despite the loss, love your life. Then I would say actually love yourself as well. Any self-criticism, any judgment is putting cement blocks on your feet. Why would you do that to yourself? Let that go. Let go of the judgment, the fears about yourself that you're not worthy, you're not deserving. It's all craziness. So I'll be talking about, unleashing perfect spirit, or the power within you. Because the only thing stopping between you and success, and whatever success is to you, could be a healthy body, a new job, money where you don't have to worry about paying the bills, supporting a loved one, whatever it may be. You can do that. When you get rid of this, and you learn to take steps from this deeper place within you, perfect spirit, that true self, the inner self, whatever you wish to call it. But I personally don't like higher self. That sort of gets you looking outside. Same with the terms like spiritual, God, they have a tendency to get you outside yourself. But realize the energy within you is the energy within all things. Wherever you look, there is God. because there is no place where God is not. So it just depends on what your religious beliefs are or not are. It doesn't matter. It's just a belief. But once we realize we are the truth, the perfect spirit, then life becomes magical. So keep loving your life despite the mind's opinions about that. Things are going to come up all the time. You're going to feel the sense of grief. Honor those feelings and say, okay, how can I move forward? What step can I take? Right here, right now. You always begin wherever you are. You don't need to read complicated books. You don't need to make it difficult. This is what I'm talking about my next book, The 5-Minute Cure, is that there's only complexity is up in here. The steps are very simple, but they're not necessarily easy because of this. This has to go. So I always talk about how that has to go. All right, well, I'm going to go for now. This is enough of me yammering away. I don't want to keep adding to your head trash. We want to let that go. And that's why I try to do thin books. And the next book will be even thinner, because I don't want all these mental stories. We don't need all these word salads monkeying up the works. We want to really tap into this place and be free, be light. And yes, let's celebrate life. Keep on smiling. Keep on moving. Keep taking that step. Lots of love to you. Bye for now.